Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Madden 2002 in the Cowboys franchise. We're off to quite a hot start here, following a couple of years of ineptitude at the hands of Will Newton. Jim Punker has righted the ship in a lot of different ways here, as we are now looking at a 3-1 start, hoping to make it 4-1 against a bitter rival at this point into this series. We've played the Seahawks so many times I couldn't even tell you where it's at now. I just know we've lost like 3 or 4 consecutive times, including in the playoffs. That does include the playoffs. So it's been rough for these Cowboys against the Seahawks, the newest addition to the NFC, because, of course, in this game, they start in the AFC, in case you've forgotten by this point. This is a bit of a shorter video here. This game doesn't have a whole lot of back and forth or big, intense moments. There is scoring, but there just aren't that many intense moments or drives really to look and focus at. Or a lot of long drives. There's a lot of big plays, just not a lot of long drives. So hopefully you enjoy a shorter video. I was going to post the end of the first season of the hockey series, but I'm going to hold off on a little bit here and just work on that, think about what to do with that series moving forward. But it's football time. It's time to think about the Cowboys and talk about the Cowboys, because we need to pick up another win. I mean, obviously, we're playing with house money because I'm looking to rebuild this season, so the more we continue to win, it's good. But obviously, you want to try and win over the Seahawks. And already we are across midfield. Chuck Dunn dumps this one off quickly here, I believe, to the fullback, and I think it is to Chevin Murphy. Or actually, it's Brandon Riggs. Brandon Riggs is the rookie that we drafted that is starting. I forgot that we put him in the starting position since he was better than both fullbacks we had on the roster, so he was our starter. But either way, moving forward, Chuck Dunn drops back to pass here, dumps this one off quick across the middle, and that is Kenny Thompson. That is who else but Kenny Thompson, who catches that one across the middle to extend this drive for the Cowboys. But on a 3rd and 4, Seattle's defense trying to keep us out of the end zone here. Chuck Dunn, one more shot to the end zone, and it is covered well as Terry Glenn couldn't get his hands wrapped around that football, and that was going to fall to the turf. So on 4th and 4, we're going to bring Ted Stuckey, our beloved Ted Stuckey, to try and knock home this chip shot, and he does just that, earning his payday, putting us up 3-0 over the Seahawks here after quite a bit of time eating away on that opening drive. So on the ensuing kickoff now, showing some special teams play. This is the type of video it is. So on the ensuing kickoff here, Seattle trying to return it here, and the ball is coughed up on the ground. It's going to be scooped up. Hard to tell exactly who had it, but it's going to be scooped up and scored. I couldn't even tell who that was on our special teams unit that was able to pick that up. I'm not sure. 26. That might have been Terry Quick, maybe, the rookie DB, but I don't believe it was. So either way, Seattle's finally moving on offense now. Marcus Johnson gets all the way home to Matt Hasselbeck, flattens him, and Hasselbeck coughs up the football in the process. Seattle's able to retain possession here, but that's going to kind of torpedo a lot of the progress that they were making on that drive. But that's how the first quarter is going to end. So thanks to a special teams touchdown, we take a 10-0 lead over Seattle, and now their drive moving to a different drive here. Matt Hasselbeck lobs up an absolute home run shot here to Darrell Jackson, and he is able to come down with it. Jared O'Neal completely just playing catch-up on that one. So on 3rd and 4 here, our defense trying to keep them out of the end zone, and they are successful in doing that as Lionel Mace, the strong safety, is able to get in the backfield and make a play on the running back and keep Seattle short. So Seattle's going to just take the points here. They're not going to try and risk it and go for it. They're just going to take the points, and Lindell nails that chip shot field goal for them. So 3-10 is now the score. Very manageable for Seattle, but nothing else would happen in the first half. That would be all she wrote for the first 2 quarters of play, and we're already here in the second half now to just a few short minutes. On 3rd and 6 here, Seattle's defense again looking firm here, and Roland Rich gets the catch, breaks out of a tackle, and he's off to the races here. He's got a whole cavalry behind him, but he's got just enough speed to outrun him, and he's into the end zone for a huge Cowboys touchdown. That's a receiving touchdown, so we've seen him all season be effective on the ground, but he's also been a pretty lethal receiving threat in certain moments as well. So huge touchdowns. Now 17-3 is your score. And again, Roland Rich continuing to get busy. Open space in the middle of the field. He's off to the races again, but this time they're able to bring him down just inside the 15, about the 11-yard line. And he is already having another monster game, dude. He has been the best part of this offense, just hands down, bar none. No one else has been that bad either, but I mean, he just continues to be effective. So on the next play, we're going to give it off to the backup running back, which I believe is Irv Cock. I think Bruce Perry got injured in between weeks, so I think we're running with Irv Cock as the backup running back, the immediate backup running back. So On the next play here, we're going to try and hand it off to the backup tight end, Mike Williams, and he is going to catch it around the middle of the field here, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter, so we're going to have to reach the conclusion of this potential scoring drive in the fourth quarter. So on a 3rd and 6, Seattle trying to force a 4th down here. We're going to hand off to Roland Rich. Really no room there. There was no one on that side. I don't even know what the game plan with that play call was. I'm going to have to look at the OC for that one, but Roland Rich is unable to pick up anything, really. So on 4th and 5, we're going to bring out Stuckey again, and he's going to extend our lead to 17 points as we take a 20-3 lead over the Seahawks late in this football game. But 17 points is not impossible. Seattle can still do something, and they're going to get inside the 40 now on that play. And that drive is going to continue for Seattle. But on a 3rd and 10 here, they're already facing some trials here. And Houseback drops back, fires one across the middle, and finds an open receiver and gets just enough to pick up the first down. Just barely gets enough to pick up that first down. And that one, I don't have that receiver written down. I have their top 3 receivers, but I do not have Bradford written down. So, but that's who caught it. That's him. But on another 3rd and 10, so Seattle really struggling to get anything going on 1st and 2nd down. Really trying to rely on these 3rd downs, which is an ineffective way to play football. It's probably why they're down 17 points now. But on this play, it completely works out for them as Corn Robinson, is able to catch that football and is brought down at about the 2 or 3 yard line. So Seattle just needs to punch it in here, and Chad King is immediately in the backfield and gets to Sean Alexander off of the handoff, man. No one guarded him at all. He got in there. So subtract a couple of yards here, and on the very next play, again, the linebacking core comes up huge here, comes up in a major way. Trying to see who that maybe was. It might have been Cedric Nelson, I think, who got home to him. But on the very next play here, Seattle is able to get it into the end zone finally. It's Darrell Jackson who catches that one in the end zone. And now Seattle cuts the lead to just 10. So they get 7 of the 17 they need, but still have a ways to go. But on 3rd and 5 here, just 2 minutes left to go. Roland Rich is going to pick up a huge first down, and now Seattle's going to have to start burning timeouts if they even want to hope of getting the football back. But they still have to stop us from getting another first down to ice the game. So on 3rd and 3, this is basically Seattle's last chance to get the ball back, and Roland Rich gets the first down again. So 2 crucial first downs, courtesy of Roland Rich, off of the monster season he's already having. Already over 500 yards through the first handful of games. He's having a great year. And so because of that, those 2 first downs, we were able to ice this ball game. So that's just how it's going to end, man. 20-10. Never really faced a lot of adversity. I really wanted to showcase this game because it's the Seahawks. It's a team that we've really struggled to beat, in this entire series. And I wanted to show us finally beating them. But maybe not the most intense game. But hey, they can't all be zingers. But we do have a couple banger games back to back. I was thinking about just showing those back to back because we have to go to the Bay and play both San Francisco and Oakland on the road. So I think both those games would be very, very fun. So we might just watch both those back to back. I mean, I don't know, but Chuck Dunn doesn't have the greatest game, but more than enough. Roland Rich playing through injury. He played through injury and did all that. Receiving core, not really a whole lot happened. Roland Rich with 1 receiving touchdown. Not a ton happened offensively outside of what Roland Rich was able to contribute. Dre Bly leading the team in tackles, which is pretty cool. Lionel Mays and Chad King also get TFLs. And, of course, Ted Stuckey, an amazing game. But here's the schedule as we are looking at it here. I was thinking about maybe watching either one of the Raiders and 49ers games and then coming back in to watch that Giants game, but I really wanted to watch the Oakland game, but the San Francisco game would be a much better game since they are also off to a hot start in the NFC. This is a time classic rivalry here between the 49ers and Cowboys, so we are for sure going to be watching this game in San Francisco, maybe the game in Oakland, who knows. But we will be watching the one in San Francisco, so I hope to see you guys back when we take on the 49ers, try to continue the hot streak.